Hello, everybody. It's your boy Dante, aka Sawyer, aka Bloodless, and today we are back with Division 1 of Minors League, Matchday number 9. As always, it's my pleasure to bring you this lovely video. I guess it's a premiere, but, uh, you know, tomato. Today we got wonderful games on the schedule. It's always wonderful when you get to see the minors league football. I'm going to be honest here. It's one of my favorites to commentate. I love seeing my players play, my friends play. Paris is always fun. Rapid is actually pretty entertaining as well. The only one I don't get I don't actively look forward to is London. But wait, actually, this sounds pretty bad. It's not because it's a knock on them. It's just that I'm not as familiar with a lot of the people on their roster. This sounded bad. I realized after I said it. And I do these recordings in one take. Unless I mess up the intro. Then it's a curse run and I have to restart. But that's it. Either way. Magyar versus Paris. They'll be up first. Paris starting off with the ball here. Nelson gets it. Looking to bring up the right, but in the pilot. Nelson passed to goal. Suzuki shot and blocked. Nelson takes it. Passes to Tarandis. And Ngosu playing some defense there. Even as a forward. Tarandis into Suzuki. Dancing around the edge of the box, takes a shot and goes over the net. Not really dangerous, to be honest. Stevens gonna boot this long. Goes over his target, picked up by goal. Baron's son, aka Bear, aka what the heck, Lumberjack. Hits it to Nelson, who hits it back to Vetterhausen. They're back to Bear. Now to Vetterhausen, who's gonna run up the right to Bear. And I think it was DeSoto who heads it away. Ooh, Empire picks up a rebound, though. He's going to duck in. Pass into space! Sorry, not to space. Pass into Kovacs, intercepted by space. It clears bad. Tarandis picks it up. Looking to get it inside. Gets to Kovacs. Back to Tarandis. Suzuki, who shoots. Blocked by Empire. It rebounds back, getting the shots over the net. So, an eventful start to this game, for sure. Faux show. Alrighty, gonna start with an Empire kick, and yeah, we haven't seen much of anything from Rapid yet. Acton picks it up, pass to goal. Defenderhausen back to Acton, up the right wing to Empire, hits it into Nelson, brings it back out of the box. Nice little backheel pass to Acton, who shoots, and Stevens makes an excellent save in order to stop them short of the net. Bear, though, is going to take this corner. Hits it long, headed away, but Acton heads it, tries to get it back to Bear, although Bear was obviously not there, so Space picks it up. Has a lot of space. Kovacs closes it off. Tarandis intercepts the pass, hits it to Bear, to Nelson, to goal. Has Nelson, doesn't find him. Goal back to Bear on the right. Pass almost intercepted by Bryant, but Fenterhausen picks it up to Bear, and Kovacs on the receiving end of a header close to the net, finishes nicely. So that's how our first goal is going to land today. Okay, sure. Why not? Oh no, Kovacs was off. He was off, wasn't he? He was. Yeah. Thank God they draw little lines from my tiny little brain. Little line make me happy. Tarandis to Suzuki, who loses the ball, but manages to get it back, finds Empire, shoots right Stevens. So, So far, not too dicey or anything. Oh, I didn't even get to commentate. I looked down for 1 minute just to check who was, just to check, well, not who, check a message. Who was messaging me? And it's a goal. Empire. Yeah, I just, but, got one professional in me. Just let that yawn through. Yeah, Bear just, a very nice finish on it by him. Just a thread between multiple players. So, Paris looks like they're playing a more defensive / counterattack formation. Yet they are the team that has scored first. I guess to an extent it makes sense because Paris is just they've been playing like the strongest team in the league. I know they have high TP. I know they're a threat, but still, I don't know. This is only my second league in the season. Sorry, second season in the league, and I didn't pay too much attention to anything other than academy last season. Ooh, goals, gonna rush, shoots over the. But because I didn't pay much attention, I don't know if there's any. And I haven't really looked at past seasons. I haven't really seen whether there's been a dominant season like Paris has had so far. Where I don't think they've lost a single match. I'm not going to knock on wood because it'd be really funny if they lost this match. The one person I'm disappointed in is Sai. My God. You're supposed to be my rival. And oh my. Done nothing this season. None. Ay. I'm allowed to pick on him, by the way, because he's my buddy. And he can't fight back, so. Anyway, halftime has now arrived, folks. I believe Rapid will be substituting 1 or 2 players. Paris did as well. Suzuki to Nelson to Jameston. Gonna look for Tarandis. Space puts pressure on him. Plays it back to Jameston. To Austin, because I will not say that name, not without a voice note from Austin. Aguilera hits it up to Tarandis. Jameston and Austin once more. Nelson loses possession of it, but end of highlights. So a throw in to Suzuki, who finds Kovacs, shoots, and that was really close. They are going to say it's an offside, but wow, that was a really good attempt. Steven's going to boot this long. Nelson hits it to Fenterhausen, who's going to run this all the way back. Vetsia to Kovacs. And Kovacs scores his 2nd goal of the night and 10th of the season. We'll see if it's an offside in just a second here. Wait, second? No, I think it's, sorry. He had it's his 2nd disallowed goal of the night is what it is. I think. Did he score earlier? My mind's already blanking on this. Ooh, sigh. Tries to get it forward, but kicked away. De Soto hits it back to Stevens to Squid. Man, I gotta stop doing all these right before bed. Getting me hyped, man. More and more. Almost loses it. Does lose possession to Vetsia. Who doesn't have quite the excel to get past more and more. So it's repossessed. Stevens going to have it and boot it long once more. And that's their strategy. Play it long to try and give their guys a chance, and get it out of their half. Give their defense a small breather. Bryant on Bear. Bear still makes a cross. And that cross, honestly was pretty close to the goal. Like, there's a world where that was actually a shot. And it would have been kind of cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, and off the corner, Ben Nelson Heads it in. Can you get offsides on corners? Oh yeah, he just had a perfect positioning. And, you know, the 3 defenders to his right, in between him and the net technically, just didn't jump high enough. Barely jumped at all. Winterhausen to Brennan Bear. Nelson, now to Suzuki. Dances up the middle to Kovacs, who looks like chips it over or something. Either way, goes off target, so. Nelson into Jameston to Tarandis, who shoots. Yeah, Stevens kind of fell there. If it was on target, that honestly might have been a goal, but, you know. Harper tries the long throw to space, but it's picked up by Tarandis, who chips it over to Kovacs. Side dispossesses. Yes, he did do something. Ooh, but Tarandis steals it back. Yikes. Crockery intercepts the pass, so yeah, Harper gets it. Space can't control it, though. Suzuki picks it up for Paris, and now we're going to see just some play up the middle. Whether they're trying to waste time or build up an attack, we'll see. Bear with probably going to cross it here. Yes, and he finds Empire the Fourth. Return of the Empire. Bro, I swear to God, if he hasn't made an article like with as Empire, and then like after he didn't do like Return of the Empire, Return of the Empire, Return of the Empire, Return of the Empire. The Empire strikes back again. You know? And I don't know what he's doing. He's wasting opportunities, if that's the case. By the way, Empires and Kovacs have been very good this season. Although, again, Kovacs with 2 disallowed goals in this game. Unfortunate for him. But, I mean, it doesn't come anywhere close to not having a shot on net for the first 6 games of the season, or whatever it was. Either way, Betsy passes up to Kovacs, who's honestly pretty good. He had space, but unfortunately the defense does a good job to cut him off. So it's off target. Betsy passed back to Austin, back to Betsy, to Suzuki. All the way across the field to Bear. Back to Winterhausen. Back to Bear. Going up the right. Pass it short, but picked up by DeSoto. He clears it. Jameson gets it. Pass up to Suzuki to Tarandis. Now into Kovacs. Ooh, Kovacs has had opportunities tonight, but he's been a little off. Little early, little late, little off. Either way, corners deflected back to Bear, pass into Jameston. Back to Bear, to Tarandis, to Jameston, to Empire, who shoots off target. I think Paris has time to get one more. If they've gotten a lot of opportunities, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did score. Tarandis. But Magyar could also get a counterattack. To Suzuki, intercepted, but Sai doesn't do anything. He stays, and Suzuki picks it up and makes it dangerous. But not dangerous enough, apparently. Okay, Bear on the corner. And Nelson gets it. Pass back to Bear with a heel pass. To Austin, who shoots and easily deflected. Bear has another corner here. Looking kind of dangerous so far. And it's going to be headed way over the net. So, Rapid finally gets a decent opportunity with a corner. Winterhausen clears it, but Space picks it up. Gonna need to, ducks in, chips it, and Ngosu. Bad heading, unfortunately, from Ngosu is going to result in nothing for the Rapids' chance there. More heads down to Bryant, but it's Tackled away. Bear picks it up. Running up the right. To Vetsia. Back to Bear. Tries to get Vetsia. Does. And he shoots. But, Stevens deflects it out of bounds. Stevens has had a lot of work tonight. I can't wait to see this shot disparity. It's going to be kind of nuts, isn't it? I mean, it was last week against Commentator. Tarandis shoots, and it's bloody blocked. Betsy is going to pick it up first, though. You could see... nope, we're going to see end of highlights. We're going to see. More. Pass to Gosu. Gets to Quackery-Doo. Desai. Back to DeSoto. Quackery-Doo to Gosu. To More to Gosu. To Harper now. He has guys up front. Needs to pass it. Tries to dance along. Chips it. Why? You had guys. You had Evil and Gosu, like, in a good, like, running position if you just connected them. Either way, Bear's going to carry this forward himself. Shoots. Bounces off the post. Empire picks up the rebound. Takes a wild shot. Bounces off Harper and out of bounds. Wow. Bounced off the post. Couldn't be me. Definitely couldn't be me. Because I don't take shots. I don't get shots even. So it couldn't be me. Space to Bryant. Back to Harper. Back to Bryant. Bryant's going to look for a shot and does take one, but it goes over. I agree with the sim. Bryant did so well until the finish. That finish was not very good. Go play in the NFL as a kicker, bud. Negosu kicks this one. Kovacs clears it because full time. So there you have it. Bob Berenson. 1 assist, 1 goal, 3 clear-cut chances. He's going to get player of the match, and I'd say it's deserved. He played very well. So yeah, not too shabby. Although I will say it's unfortunate for Rapid that they had to go against the juggernaut, which is Paris this season. Even if you hate them, even if you love them, even if you don't care about them, you gotta admit, Paris has played extremely well this season. And, I mean, yeah, I think I put it best. There's a juggernaut. Either way, North Shore versus Capstad. I believe my Capstad folks are in 5th, I think. And North Shore might be in 3rd. We'll see the standings. Also, don't know what formation we're playing, though. North Shore, a 4-1-1-2-2. Or 4-2-2-2. Capstad, 4-2-3-1, with me up top. Right. Now just to score goals. And Capstad's in 3rd. North Shore's in 2nd. So this win could be pretty big for Capstad if they're able to secure it. Man, just shaking hands, showing a good sportsmanship. Del Pirlo passed to Marino to start the match. Picked up by Zhang, but repossessed. So Gerard to Tentacles, up to Marino. Bad pass. Oh no. I guess it's a yellow, tripping by Wolf. Rashford has a free kick here, fairly close to the net. Passes short to Vox, who shoots! Oh, wow. And Vox, Walrus, I guess, falls for the bait of the Rashford shot. Or not. Just doesn't really react. He just collapses in place. To be fair, he's a Walrus, so, like, you know. I don't really know what they're supposed to tell you there than that, you know, he doesn't always move the fastest. Wolf crosses it. And I'm doing something? Von Wolf back to Pedro. Pass back to Okada. To McDougal. Has people up top. Needs to find someone. Loses possession of it to Del Pirlo. But the header by Pedro to Fantobenz is good, though. Homie back to Pedro to Okada. Back to homie. Homie the homie. Vanto bends to homie. And he's gonna... Ooh. He chips it over to Wolf, but the header is... It was like, actually, I can't lie, that was a good header, but Wall just made a better save. Kierpin jumps ahead of everybody to head that away. So far so good for both sides. Even if North Shore... Ooh, a sliding tackle, and I dispossess Yurkel, okay? Kasich picks it up. He's going to run. Oh, tries to get it between the legs of Pena. Von Wolf gets it to Pedro, to Kasich, who shoots! And, wow. So, despite being down in the first few minutes of the game, Kapstad is showing an immense fight. Not going down so easy. Alrighty. Neither team has good XG so far. But there's still plenty of time for that to change. Gitterpin to Gerard. Wolf pressures, pass back to the goalie Wall. Now to Gitterpin, to Geisberg. Marino. Oh, past tentacles ignored or something? I don't know, it was weird. Either way, Geisberg did have Vox. Oh, Rashford, who misses. Oh, that's just such a bad that's such a bad attempt. He had a great opportunity. Ooh, tackled away by Yerkel to tentacles. Gerard back to Wall. To Kierpin. To Yerkel. To Rashford. Across the field to Pena. Pena. Crossed in, headed over the net by whoever. I don't know if that was... I don't know who, but that was headed over the net, so... Marino kicks this one in. And that header was a little risky. Sorry, no, a little frisky. Frisky with the net, but doesn't come to anything. Ooh, header down by Geisberg. Del Pirlo picks it up. Pena on the right. Cross into Del Pirlo. And it's a great block by Walrus, I think. I don't know, man, but either way, I'm just happy no goals scored. Because that did, past few highlights have been kind of dangerous for Kapstad. Tentacles. Tosses it right to Kasich. He predicts it and crosses it in right to Walrus. So, a bold choice to throw it right to his feet. A bolder choice to kick it right to Walrus. Gonna be drop kicked long. Ooh, the header is no good. Geisberg to Vox. Oh, Marino. And it's an awesome save by Walrus. My God. Give this man a raise. He's the Walrus. Thank you. Jang to Wolf. Has a chance. Shoots and scores. Puts a touch of curl on and hits into the top left. So it's not the Wolf I want to score, but at the same time, I'm happy for my guys. I'm happy for my guys. Wolf, Kasich, Yang. A nice little, nice little passing in a triangle there as Wolf moves the needle and evens the score for Kapstad. Yerkel to Tentacles. Hits it back to Yerkel. Into Geisberg. Probably would take a shot there. Box to Pena. Chips it over to Marino, who heads it, and Walrus picks it up pretty easily. That header would need a lot more power to be good in any capacity. And halftime is already here, folks. This one passed by pretty quick. So, we're seeing a lot of middle control from both teams, honestly. More from North Shore. They've played better so far. But Kapstad, when they've had opportunities, they've definitely shown promise in terms of how they play. Things are starting to jive, starting to click and connect well. We'll see What happens after halftime, though? Plenty of time for this to go right or wrong. Martel subbed out Okada. Into Homie. To Vanto Benz to Hunt. Tacked away by Gaisberg. Geisberg. Geisberg. Really don't know. Geisberg. I'm gonna call him Geisberg. I think that's what I've been calling him. Oh! What the hell? What are you doing, Pedro? What are you doing? What are you doing, boy? Off the close free kick, he just slams it in. Does it go I don't know if it goes between two players on the wall or right to the left of the wall and curls in, but either way, incredible play. Pena has it in the corner, manages to hit it past, but not far enough, so Wolf clears it to tackle down. Kitterpin tackles it away and Hunt picks it up. Pass up to Wolf. Love to see it. Ooh, tries to pass to Fano Benz to get ahead of him, but it's not enough. Tentacles intercepts. Gerard's going to carry this one up, though, to Urkel. Looking to make some plays happen, of course, and get, seize the lead back from Kapstad, but Gaisberg to Pena. I would have taken a shot there. You had a chance, I'd say. A gap, but, Marino on the kick here. Wolf heads it away. Pena, sorry. Intercepted by Fano Benz. Tentacles, bad. The clear is bad. And the pass is even bad. Even badder, or worse. Oh my god. Wolf carries this one up, tackled away by Tentacles. But repossessed by Wolf, who gets it to Kasich, who's gonna shoot! And scores from distance! What are you doing? What are you doing? Pestabo. Stop throwing heaters and let me get the heaters, my guy. Why? You're so mean. In our chat the other day, he was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, Von Wolf is hat trick incoming," and now he's taking all the goals. So like, on one hand, I'm happy because now we're up 3 after starting down 1-0. But on the other hand, like, I want my goals too. I want to go. It's been so long. Okay, it's been 1 game since I had scored. I didn't score last game, but I scored the one before. I still got an assist last game. Enough about me, though. Okada heads to Hunt, tries to head it to Fano Benz. Pena intercepts. Pass back to the goalkeeper. Wall. Shit, he was going to hit it far. And Del Pirlo drops it. He's going to have a shot. And Walrus makes an incredible save. That was close. Could have shot with power. He had to get a leg up on that. Von Wolf heads it away. Hunt picks it up and finishes the clear. Gaisberg is going to pick it up and end a highlight, though. Marino. He's going to start this one off, though, with a corner. Headed away by Hunt. Pressured by Von Wolf. Pena to Urkel. Deflected off Zhang. What a huge Zhang that is. So the corner is deflected. Alrighty. Well, Walrus boots this long. Wolf heads it to Hunt. Pass out to Zhang, who hits it in. Tries to get to Will for Pedro, but Vox easily intercepts because Pedro didn't move for it. Rashford's going to have a 1-on-1 chance with the keeper and shoots it way over. Missed opportunities has been the name of the game for North Shore. 82 minutes left in the match. Gerpin heads it to Gaisberg, who heads it, and Okada intercepts. Vanto Benz to Homie on the left. Gonna look for a partner in the middle. Pass it short. And it's Zhang who gets it. Stealing my dang goals. That's thievery right there. No, that's thievery. I refuse to believe otherwise. That's thievery. Look at that. Zhang runs in at the last second when Poppy, the Poppy. You seeing this? You seeing this crap? Whatever. Kasich gonna boot it in, headered away. Wolf heads it back to Kasich to Hunt, and unfortunately, nothing happens as it goes off. So, time running out in the match. North Shore is probably going to end off with a loss. Kasich to McDougal. Wasting time. Gets it to Pedro. Pass back to Okada. Up to Kasich. Vanto bends. Hits it up to Von Wolf. Passes to the other Wolf. And we're going to see Wolf to Wolf. And the pack is back, baby. As Von Wolf finishes in front of the net. I've never seen anything more beautiful. Truly. All of Kapstad celebrates. As they no longer have to hear Von Wolf whine, at least for another week, about not scoring. What can I say? I got one goal, and that's to get goals. Either way. Full time, Kapstad with a convincing win over North Shore. And yeah, 5 different players scored. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it, especially from a young team. Walrus also played incredible. Honestly, I give player of the match to Walrus. I know, what was it? I think it was Bad Wolf there. Had 2 assists. And like he played extremely well as well. But Walrus, I mean, even if we scored 5 times, that'd be like a 4-5 game without Walrus. Or even even worse. Either way. Love to see a Kapstad victory. I didn't expect 5 goals in our team. I wish I had all 5 of them. But, I mean, I suppose I can settle for 1 for today. Inter London versus Krunkthorpe will be our last match of the night. A 4-2-2-2. 2-2-2-2-2-2. Krunkthorpe 4-3. 3? 4-3-1-2? I don't know. By the way, Kapstad is in 3rd still. North Shore is in 2nd, but the point gap is closed significantly. So, in this battle of strange formations, we'll see what happens. A great save by the keeper. Stroh's going to tackle that one away. Kakao to DeMarco. Carries it up. Nkofu outruns DeMarco and just steals the ball. Hannibal passes way back to the goalie for some reason. Bergson passes to Wentworth to Lichtsteiner. All the way to Nakufo, who hits it up to Apostle. Into McNuggy, who should have taken it, but it doesn't matter. It's tackled away, and Stroh picks up, shoots. Yeah, I love to see it. You love to see goals, baby. Goals, goals, goals. If I could have 18 goals in one game and have my team lose still, don't tell my managers, but I would probably take that at least. I would take it like 2 or 3 times. I'd take that deal. As long as there was no one ahead of me in the rankings, then I might turn it down. After I've done the one at least. Unless it looks like we're bad that season. Then I mean, 180 goals sounds pretty good to me. Either way, Hannibal chips it way up. No one there, though. Lizard easily collects. To Francis. To Jertongen. And Hannibal heads it back into Stroh, who scored earlier. Magul. Trying to do some little Scissors does some little trickery to get past Mazzaro. Stroh to Hannibal. Into Apostle, who's going to take the shot here. Eriksson body blocks it. He really just kind of stood there and walked. And just happened to hit him. Kane. And it's tackled away by Oliver. So far, Krunthrep has played... they've been in control of the game defensively. And London has definitely had... I feel like we've seen them with the ball more, though. Back and forth. It's a back and forth match. O'Neal from the corner. Header away. Apostle clears it. Kane's going to repossess. Sorry, re-pick it up. Oliver but boots it out of bounds just because he can. He just absolutely slams that thing. He slams it. He has 61% possession for London. Francis to Lizard. Has an angle, finds it, shoots way off the mark. Lizard. I try to say it too often about people, but you should be ashamed of yourself for that shot. That was not a good shot. Rivers does dancing to get to Marco. DeMarco. Header does not go his way. O'Neal heads it back over, but it goes over the net. Yeah. Just a terrible example of finishing on that one. Oliver crosses it in, has one man. And Stroh's header, unfortunately, goes over. It was a good attempt, too. So, O'Neal on this corner kick. And, Gagne. Gagne? Giggity? I don't know. Francis to DeMarco. That one's cleared. Estrangen. O'Neal's going to kick this one in. Header away by Estrangen. And Kane collects. You know, guys, the trick is just to score. You score goals, and then you do good, usually. Magul has it on the left. Pass short into Stroh to McDugie, who's going to pass it back to Lichtsteiner, who shoots. Kikau makes good save, though. Just deflects it out of bounds. Honestly, I think that was a huge waste of opportunity from about 2 different players there. And just to at least take a shot. Like, being that close to the net. Estrangen has it. Rivers can't block him. Fortunately, the cross is just picked up by Kikau. Kaku? Kak. DeMarco to Francis to Mazzaro. Backheel pass intercepted by Stroh, it looks like, but they're going to say it's a penalty. And the ref's going to make this all about him, and we'll have to see him check this out. It's awarded! Oh, this is exactly what Inter London needed. Mazzaro taking this penalty. Ferguson, the goalie, on defense. And Mazzaro hesitates. And Ferguson, that's all he needed to make the beautiful save. Actually, it wasn't even close. O'Neal, header away by Apostle. Nakufo picks it up, though. Gonna dance along the wing, but hits it out of bounds. That was questionable. He didn't even try to kick it against an opponent in order to get it back in order to get a throw in for his team. He just kicked it out of bounds. Either way, Eriksson to Lizard on the left. Has a good chunk of space and the speed to get by Oliver. Makes a little pass to get it past O'Neal. Tries to get to Francis, but Hannibal kicks it away. It's back in play, headed down by Apostle, picked up by Francis. Lizard gets the pass to O'Neal once more as they try to build up this play into the box. Gagne all the way back to Eriksson. They decide that they don't like that. And almost loses it to McDugie. He was just kind of taunting him there. Dongan to DeMarco, to Mixero. Shoots. And an extremely unnecessary catch out of bounds from Ferguson. Questionable. Very, very questionable. This kick is going to rebound away. So we'll go into halftime. I like the name Sharko DeMarco. It's a fun one. Inter London has honestly done way better than Klungthrep. Although Klungthrep seemed determined just to play defense. Definitely a choice. Not one I would have made, but it's definitely a choice. Mendez back to... Mendez is going to come in. Magul up to Stroh. Dancing around, tackled away by Rivers. Stroh runs into Rivers, baby. Imagine running into a river. Full force. Bam! Kane to Rivers. Magul easily tackles it away as Rivers just doesn't pay attention to anything around him. Magul to Stroh. Dancing around, back to Estrangen. To Lichtsteiner. Chips it over to the left to Magul. In, but it's intercepted. Magul repossesses off a header. Crosses it in. And Hannibal comes out of nowhere and fires a field goal into the stands. The fans don't like it and toss the ball back. I don't blame them. No one really wants the ball to the face if they can help it. I'm surprised though, the shot disparity is not as big as I thought. Although Inter London only has one on-target shot, which is the big difference. As where Klungthrep has 5. 5 on 11 shots to London's now 10 on 1 shot. So 10% to, what, a 45%? Something like that. Kane apparently is playing injured. Eriksson to Lizard to O'Neill. Through the legs of Oliver to Francis, back to O'Neill. DeMarco's free on the opposite swing. Dancing around, dancing in. Needs to find someone or shoot himself. Chips it over, but not high enough to get past Francis. Get past Hannibal. It's passed up to McNuggy. To Nakufo. Has one man to beat. Shoots far. It's way off target. Honestly, if you're that far out and you don't have great long shots, just try. I don't blame him for trying, but try to get a little closer. Try one move or something, you know? Buy yourself a little bit of time to approach the box. Hannibal almost hits that one in, though. Little chip, like shot like ground pass. But it's saved by Kakao, so. This one's going to be headed away, picked up by Stranger. Probably pass to Oliver. Does indeed. Chips it. Lizard heads it. Double header away. Goes out of bounds, so that's a corner. They are going to try and keep up the pressure on this and keep the ball into London's zone. Lichtsteiner heads it down to Kufo. It's going to be cleared away, though. Hannibal picks it up. Lizard. And Kane just hits it all the way back to Kakao, who's out of net. Pretty far. Chertongan to DeMarco. Ooh, kind of a lazy pass, but Chertongan picks it up anyways. To Eriksson. Into Kane, to Mendez, to O'Neill, who has space. Needs to find someone. Should have passed into McCain, who was free in the middle, pretty much. It's going to be crossed in way over. Not in. Ooh, bad idea to head back into bounds. DeMarco picks it up. Francis loses it to Apostle. It's going to be a corner. So, a back and forth affair in that regard. But we got a free kick pretty close. It's shot. Ferguson makes a good save. O'Neill on this corner. Goes to Kane, back to O'Neill, back to Kane. Through the legs to Mixero. Blocked. The goalie makes a good save for that one, but Kane's taking a beating out there today. McZerl hits it in, and McGould picks it up. Probably going to clear? It does. McGould tosses in. Hannibal takes it to Strandgen, back to the goalie. 81 minutes into the game, so we'll see exactly how much extra time there is, but it's all looking great. Mendez, ooh, bad pass. Lichtsteiner intercepts. To Oliver now up the right. Eriksson intercepts, pass to Mendez to Lizard. Back to the goalie, who boots it. Not far enough though. Stroh intercepts with great ease, I might add. McZero makes a try at a good tackle, but you know, it's picked up. And the resulting shot, not great. Just gave him a free corner pretty much. Hannibal over the net on the header attempt. Gufo picks it up. Pass up to Apostle. Has McNuggy free. Passes back to Oliver, though. And McGould lets it go by to Stroh, who shoots for, not really a good reason, honestly. I would, again, you have the lead. There's only about 10 minutes left. Waste time. Get closer to the net. You don't have to play desperate. O'Neal to Kane. Hits it forward to Rivers, who's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Shoots. Ferguson makes an excellent save. Wow. English is tough, guys. English is tough. O'Neal boots this in. Short. Kane's going to pick up the rebound. Passes in. Tries to get it to Mendez, but it's cleared by Lichtsteiner. Just barely. Man. Yikes. Ooh, to McZerl, who shoots and wastes an opportunity for his team. That was a... Listen, there's times to take desperate shots, but that was not one of them. Wentworth manages to twist and get the header off to Oliver. This pass around gets to Hannibal, to McNuggy, chipped over to Nkofu, but it's too far ahead. Lizard picks it up, but makes a bad pass to Nkofu. Now it's going to bounce up to the wing to Oliver. Back to Apostle. Has guys in the middle. Gets to Nkofu. To McGould, who shoots and scores. Blue Threat extends their lead to 2-0 and looks certain to take home the win. Wow. Apostle, Nkofu, McGould. I wouldn't blame McGould if he passed it short. I would have shot it there, of course, and I would have scored an impressive would have popped it up, done it over head kick or something, scored off by a kick or something. But not everyone can do that. Still, good shot. Stranger to Lichtsteiner. To Wentworth. Now to Oliver. Back to Wentworth. Oliver to Apostle to Lichtsteiner. There's wasted time. To Wentworth. We'll see if they take any sort of deep shots though. Stroh to McGould. Honestly, if it was end of game and I had to, I would just try a shot anyways. Okay, chips it in. Header it away. Lichtsteiner takes the shot. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Just take the shot. Final whistle. So, yes, that missed penalty was definitely pretty terrible for London. But at the end of the day, and Kane's injury didn't help, but at the end of the day, they had a lot of attacking opportunities, a lot of good quality chances too, which they failed to capitalize on. When you get right in front of the goalie, and you aren't able to finish, not once, not twice, but 3 times. When you're really close to the goalie like that, come on, something's got to change. Either way, Inter-London losing is nothing new. They are very used to that this season. And that will do it, folks, for Matchday number 9. At least for Division 1. Final standings. Love seeing Capstad have 5 goals. Paris in first, ahead of North Shore, who's in second by 10 points. The loss to Capstad here is going to place Capstad right behind them with 13. Krugthrepp ties them but falls into fourth. Magyar falls into fifth now in relegation zone. And Inter London, winless, behind the top of the table by 23 points, in last. And a minus 15 goal differential is not pretty. Either way, thank you everybody for watching. Stay safe, stay hydrated. And I hope that you all have an excellent day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever. This is Dante signing off. Bye bye!